Hello! So this presentation is over climate action and you, the importance of education around climate activism by Danielle Cummings, which is me. So, Section 1, Explore. What is climate action? Climate action is taking a proactive stance against climate change and its causes. It helps protect ecosystems, biodiversity, and natural resources, and it ensures a healthier planet for us in our future. So, part of the definition for climate action is climate change, which is long-term damage to our environment caused by our lifestyle, and it's a global issue that requires collective action. Some problems related to climate change locally are diminished air quality, negative agricultural impacts, ecosystem disruption. Nationally is economic strain, public health crises, and biodiversity loss. And on a global level, it's extreme weather events, food insecurity, rising sea levels, and water scarcity. And these are just some of the issues with climate change. These are just some of the negative consequences. So my target with my advocacy plan, the point of my advocacy plan is to integrate climate change measures into policies, which is target 13.2, and improve education and awareness, which is target 13.3. So Section 2, Interpret, is identifying the target and how did we identify the target. This is a video by Johan Rockström. It's a TED Talk about climate action. So I identified the problem by using a Google form survey. Some of the questions asked, all of the questions asked fell in line with climate action and their stance on climate action, but some of the questions asked also included their understanding of climate change and its impacts, the scope of climate change impacts, so on a local to global level, actions that they may take to reduce their impact on the environment, and their opinion on current and future policies. So, policies that, how they approve their government's policies on climate action. And one of the most important questions was how urgent is the need for climate action? Which, as you can see, is everyone found it pretty, most of them found it pretty urgent, sorry. But I was concerned about some of these results because they showed a lack of confidence in my respondents' understanding and a lack of scope in climate change. So right here is one of the questions. How well do you feel you understand the science behind climate change and its impacts? And while a lot of people answered 4 or 5, so 4 and 5 would be they understand it quite well or mostly understand it, a large majority also answered 1, 2, or 3, which is they did not feel they understood it. There was a lack of confidence. So, Section 3, Brainstorm, I made a flyer about climate action education and what they could do to help. And some solutions, these are from Take Action Global. Well, one solution was Take Action Global. It's an organization focused on climate action, and it works with schools to bring education on climate action to communities. It's accessible and cost accessible. And here's another graph. Some of these were actions, sorry. But what actions my respondents took to reduce their environmental impact. So some of these were taken from Take Action Global's website. So reducing waste, public transportation, recycling, energy use, less meat, and as you can see, some put none, and educating others. And here are some more solutions. These solutions kind of align more like nationally and globally. So transitioning to renewable energy, energy efficient improvements, carbon capture and storage, regenerative agriculture and reforestation, electrification of transportation, circular economy, which I actually had to look that one up. That's promoting the recycling of materials to reduce waste, which makes sense. Climate-friendly urban planning, and climate policy and international cooperation. And here is one of the other questions that they answered, which is what kind of policies, if any, do you think should be reinforced to address climate change? Carbon taxes, renewable energy investments, stricter regulations, education and awareness, incentives for green technology, protecting forests, and several thought the policies were fine as they were, but the majority wanted to see more policies in action. Section 4 was promote. So this is my PSA over climate action, and it's inspired by the anti-drug PSAs that used to be on TV all the time. And it's a metaphor about a garden, like treating Earth like a garden you are tending to. Section 5 is present, and the major question is why? And this is because climate action is a dire global issue. There is a point of no return, which I believe is 2035. And the impacts only get worse. It causes worsening weather, a lack of resources. It causes climate refugees to leave their country, which means that there's tons of people who have to flee because of the worsening climate. And it's a strain on the economy. And these are my references. Thanks.